Hello and welcome, everyone, to episode 2 of Championship Through the Looking Glass. I'm your host, Manny, and I am here bringing you the Season 3 championship between my good pals, Joe and James. How are you guys?
Hello. Hello. I'm doing pretty good. Just got home, played a little WoW, and now I'm looking at this funny team I built.
Yeah, I'm ready to go back down memory lane as well. Open up old wounds. You know how it is.
Oh man, how good did you feel watching me miss that fucking hydro pump?
We will get there, my friends. We will get there. All right, to the shenanigans that happened. But this was, Joe, what year in the league was this for you? Your second?
This was the second season that I was in. We didn't have a ton of time between seasons back then, so I want to say that this is maybe 5 months after I would have gotten back in, 6 maybe.
And you made it all the way to the championship round, my friend.
I think a lot of that I owed to team comp because, I mean, we can get into the teams themselves that we had, but I definitely began exploiting market inefficiencies. And
listen, I don't know if it was the tier list or the way we drafted, but looking at these two teams, both of them were absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, they're both really stacked.
Yeah. And so this was Joe's second year in the league at the time, after getting trounced his first year.
Like, look at that. He's got all legendaries.
I know. He really went in on it. And so, James, this was your third straight finals.
Dude, I really wanted this one, especially after losing it in season 2, kind of. I wanted to prove I could do a good team build.
Yeah, that was my next question to you. How did you feel coming into this game? This is your third straight finals. You haven't won one since. Like, was anything weighing on your shoulders?
I was gonna, even if I didn't win this one, I was just gonna keep pushing. I was just gonna keep pushing. I had a design built for the next season, but then I switched it to the 40-point challenge.
I remember that. Very interesting build. So how did you feel after the game?
Oh, I felt really good. This was a really solid win for me. The whole season, I feel me and Joe were both going really hard.
Yeah, you went hard in the paint there, my friend.
Yeah, I really this season was the best season I ever did for team building. I was crushing people. My core of the Mandibuzz with the Rodham Heat, Hippodon, and then I had Jellicent, which was a monster. That core was almost unbeatable. And then the 3 sweepers you see on the board were bouncing shots everywhere.
And so, Joe, so this is your second season, like I said, and your first finals appearance. How did you feel going into your first finals appearance up against the man himself?
I was riding a high, and looking at the standings from this season, this is 1 and 2 seed right here. James was 8 and 1, I was 7 and 2. The only loss James had that season, I believe, was against Tyler. So, and I had revenge on my mind because the 2 losses I had incurred were in the first 2 weeks against both you and James. And I got, watching back the week 1 replay, I got totally destroyed. I had no idea what Overcoat was at the time, so I tried using, I think, Stun Spore or something on Mandibuzz. It was a big glow up in just a few short weeks of the season, I think.
It was a really big turnaround because this wasn't your last finals appearance. You would also go on to appear in 2 more finals. So
that is exactly correct. Yeah,
9 finals appearances between the 3 of us here, boys. And only 3 championships to show for it.
We all had one against each other. Yeah. We all won our respective championships against one another, right?
Look at that.
Yeah, we did.
That's perfect.
It's like Nadal fighting all the other turds. Djokovic and Federer. It's like they're all fighting each other right now.
Exactly.
So I'm going to fade over here to the team previews here, and I'm just looking at these team cards and these teams were absolutely bonkers. Like, James, you didn't even bring Mega Venusaur
Yeah, I had some wild. My team was amazing that year.
You
I
had
had
Mega
the best
Venusaur,
team ever.
you had Thundo T, and like you didn't even bring them.
Yeah. Uh, I, dude, the whole idea of the team was the Alakazam with the Scrappy. I wanted to play that so hard back and forth between those two. Uh, and I don't know why I didn't bring Mega Venusaur.
Yeah, I don't know either. Because I'm looking at, and like Joe basically started his studs. Like,
I Manny, just to talk on that point, I have it in my notes here. Starting from week 6, I brought this exact team every single week up to the championship, and in my opinion, it could have won me a championship even with like 6 straight matches all with the same team comp.
don't get cute, guys. All right, this is prime example of don't get cute. Play the people that you picked at the high points. They got Joe to the championship, and he was going to play them in the championship.
I at various points through the season, now I had Amoonguss on my team, never used him. I had Doug Trio on my team when we allowed Arena Trap, never really used him. There were points where I had Clefable, Tangrowth, Upside Down Haxorus was born in this season, but I traded it to you in like week 5.
Oh God, I hated Arena Trap. Fucking Doug Trio. That thing ruined like the league. I hated that fucking Pokemon.
What were we doing back then? Good Lord.
Yeah, what were we allowed?
Hey,
And that,
it was allowed. It wasn't banned yet. So once it was banned, we were like, okay, cool. That gives us the excuse.
Just all stars from top to top down. Just disgusting teams.
And just speaking on market efficiencies too, Mega Diancie at the time when the old draft system that we used, Mega Diancie was a Mega that gave you 40 more points to draft with, which I think is that was what I zeroed in on because Mega Diancie did a ton of work for me. And this is back in Gen 6 where, you had to pack Protect on it to make sure you didn't die immediately.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Mega Diancie giving you 40 points might be the worst thing in league history. Like when we talk about market efficiency though, like that has to be the worst thing we've ever done as a league.
I think this was still when we were copying a tier list from another league, so
that is 100% true. We didn't start like finagling with it until season 5 is when we really started to dive into it after Thomas bitch slapped us.
I think Azelf was only 60 points. I'm dead
was
serious.
definitely in what would have been the 120 at the time. I'm pretty sure.
You think so? Dude, I remember it was way undervalued.
I think of all the subsequent seasons that we've had, I feel like I'm the only person who did any kind of work with Azelf.
I think so. You're the most notable Azelf player. I will give you that.
Hey,
that's pretty true. You loved to start him. That was the thing I remember about this season. You would set up rocks and explode the hell out of people. I loved it.
I'm pretty sure I started. I don't know if I started this match with Azelf. I don't remember. Is this the part where we start watching the battle, man?
I was just gonna roll into it, Joe. The perfect segue. I was like, well, let's head over to the battle window. All right, so we're gonna head over to the battle window. I'm gonna play this on super slow so we can talk about it. So there we go, super slow.
Oh God, this will be slow.
I just want Joe to see every pixel of Hydro Pump.
Oh God, well you got to go to turn 10 for that.
I'm so glad I picked all mustaches.
Yeah, this was also a theme team for you as well, James, wasn't it?
We didn't even talk about that.
Oh God, I loved it. That's where Jellicent came from, looking like the Pringles guy. That's why I had Thunderous, just for the mustache. That's all I had it for. I wasn't ever really thinking about it besides that.
So James, how did the mustache team come to be in existence? Like, what were you? Did you just wake up in cold sweat in the middle of the night one night and you were just like, oh, mustache team?
No, the whole thing was built around Scrappy, or Sandrush with Stoutland and Alakazam, and they both have beautiful mustaches. So, dude, I instantly started looking for more mustaches, and then I already had a core thought of a Hippodon with Mandibuzz with Jellicent. And I just tried to add to that as best I could. Mega Venusaur was so good. Mega Venusaur is
just
the
the icing on the cake there.
And you could not prepare for like some of these monsters. I remember that.
Oh no! Here, is this it?
No, turn 10, like I said.
Turn
No,
10.
he switches out here, I believe.
I got it marked down. Yeah, I don't want to deal with this guy right now. So I'm immediately out of here. I was to tell you sort of the frame of mind that I was in, Manny. All of my Mons, this is the only time that I used shinies all season, and all of them were named after the league champions up to that point in the games. So I was ready for it. I was like, this
Dude,
is my
you were
crowning
in.
moment. Yeah.
You were riding high on the. You were like, I'm gonna win this championship. You started to believe your own hype, didn't you?
I kind of did. And looking at other matchups that I had in the season, I mean, we'll get to it, but Hydro Pump was. I missed more heat waves than I missed hydro pumps. I'll say that from Zapdos.
Yikes. Yikes. Well, I counted here, Joe. So you missed one hydro pump. You landed 2 in a row, and then the third one was protected. So I don't know. Does protect show misses, or does it automatically just crash?
It's protect does not show if a move misses. So it's,
okay. So we don't
there's
know.
no real reason for it. Yeah. So I mean, 2 of 3 is essentially just about the right area. So statistically, it makes sense that the one missed.
And was there a reason you brought hydro pump? Over
I've been
something,
bringing Specs Keldeo all season, and Hydro Pump got the best calcs out of that. It was really like in some of the matches that I had gone back to watch, it was just tearing through people. And you could see here, Stoutland's at what, like 70-ish%?
Mm-hmm.
And we're so close.
Here it is.
I don't get any kind of luck with like static on Zapdos or anything. And like, it's perfect. The setup is perfect. Sand ends. Keldeo comes in and like, this is my moment. I need my hardest hitting dude. I did not think James was going to stay in, but there it is.
There it is.
Keldeo doesn't even die here either from
It's not.
Keldeo's a big boy. But
I
you know
love
well
Keldeo.
enough, James. You're just like, I'm out of here, dude.
Yeah. I was like, oh, shit. I'll let someone else die.
And he's gone.
Not quite, no. Rotom was... I don't know what you had on Rotom necessarily here, but it was definitely...
Dude, Rotoms are the best. They are the beefiest of boys. I fucking love them. But it's like cheating to use them. They're too good. The levitate bullshit with the electric, it's like Electros with extra moves.
So here's where things start to get a little tricky here.
Yeah, this here, I was definitely tilted after missing the Hydro Pump. Otherwise, I would have switched out Keldeo, and because I died of sand damage here, which is a big mistake. I had another ace, what I thought to be an ace in the hole, something in my back pocket I thought was going to be able to pull me out of this hole, but we will also get there when we get there.
I see. I think what turned the battle for James is this, not to turn the battle, but finish the deal, was this turn right here. Ready? So not getting the kill here, and then, wait for it.
My poor guy Hydreigon.
And then eventually landing the Toxic. James goes on to land some key Toxics and just wears you down. And then Stoutland was able to come in and just finish the game off right there.
Yeah, I didn't have, like, especially with the Sand 2 causing problems, it was not a great time for me.
No, and James, I remember you saying back in Season 3, I remember you saying you only brought, like, max special defense Hippo Pound Town.
Oh, yeah. If it was either max special defense or defense, and it was always brought in against a specific Pokemon to start to start everything. You just supposed to Toxic somebody until he's weak enough, maybe sack or switch, and then you turn into Stoutland and just start pummeling for like 4 turns.
Mega Diancie hurts.
Yeah, Mega Diancie. And
Mega Diancie scared the hell out of me.
I think you take care of it in pretty short order with an Iron Head, I want to say.
Yeah, I believe Stoutland Iron Head, I think, comes out.
But yeah, like with the Toxic, Stoutland comes in. I managed to, well, I mean, Hippowdon staying alive, too, is another, like, big... You think
you would have killed me?
You need to get rid of those setters. No, I just mean, like, the Draco not killing Hippowdon was
Crucial.
Probably what Manny said, just like, the biggest point of things swinging in your favor.
Is
because
the survival,
obviously,
then the heal, and then the toxic damage to burn through.
Yep.
Hydreigon.
Yeah, because the Hydreigon isn't going to survive another one of these here, but I think at this point I was just trying to burn turns as best as I could.
And this was the historic run of what I'm calling now the Poundland combo.
Poundland.
Oh, where sand just became unstoppable?
Where we were just like, wow, no, like we need to move all of the setters around. This is not...
Manny, Stoutland stayed in Tier 5 for
a while.
I want to say even in Season 7 when I had it, it was still in Tier 5. If not, it was probably in 4.
Because I think we just moved the setters up.
Yeah. No, Hippowdon stayed at 160 for a long time too, so I don't know.
Did you draft Hippowdon at Tier 1? Was Hippowdon always Tier 1?
Yes, I believe so.
Huh.
It was always in either the highest tier in this format that we used or Tier 1 / 160 points in our current format.
Thought it was a little bit lower.
All that sand is... I don't know why they can't make all the other weather as good as sand. Like, you get different types to use it. It's crazy that they can't think about it.
And then you have Alakazam here, who doesn't take anything because of Magic Guard.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Overcoat and Magic Guard, this team was well put together in terms of just Mons not taking sand damage, like Regenerator on Mienshao. Rotom was the only Mon on this team that was going to take sand damage.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that Scarf Azelf was going to be faster than Stoutland in the sand. So that's why I switch here, because I'm like, ooh, I don't want to hit him with a knockoff. I want to make sure that I have a Psychic move so I can hit Mienshao. So I can beat Stoutland here, hit Mienshao, and then win. Because... Well, I mean, you weren't going to hit whatever move that was just then. I'm dead in the water at this point. But in my mind, I think it's pretty close. Like, Scarf Azelf is, I want to say, 5 points slower than Stoutland in the sand.
That's what I was going to ask. Did you do that calc wrong, or like what happened there?
I'm assuming I had like Adamant up instead of Jolly or something like that, but I remember it being close, and for some reason when I did it the first time I was faster, and I was just heartbroken, but it's an incredibly well-earned win. I will look to turn 10 for eternity as the reason that the game was lost, because if Stoutland went down, I think it was a lot more in my hands, but it's the game we play, as has been adopted as the phrase we say.
What was the calc on that for that hydro pump? What would it have done?
Oh, that definitely would have killed. I mean, you kidding me? You saw that the way that it carved through, like assumedly a very defensive Rotom, it was doing awful things. So, like, if you had HP investment into Stoutland, then you probably wouldn't have outsped Azelf, I'm assuming. So, I mean, 71% from Kellio, who's got like 118 in special attack with the specs.
Something absurd.
I think that's pretty much a guarantee.
It was specs. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that was Gonzo.
Yeah, I think that was enough. Oh God.
Yeah.
Now, over 3 years later, or however long it's been, you're finally realizing, wow, I really got by the skin of my teeth on that one.
Well, I had Mienshao to finish the rest of them. Dude, Mienshao was up to the task.
Well, that's why I had Scarf Azelf too. So
yeah,
unless Mienshao was scarfed, which I don't know if we got to see a ton of it.
No, I think it was in there for one play. But
that was the thing. That's why I wanted a Psychic move coming in. I wanted to just be able to hit Psychic with Azelf to hopefully do 70% or so, which Azelf with 120 special attack probably would have been decent there. I think I might have run Zen Headbutt. I did a very physical Azelf a lot of the time, but I think that more than likely would have been enough if I was fast enough, which unfortunately, again, got to do those calcs right. Always double, triple check your calcs. Because
I remember you brought Air/Keldeo against Venusaur in our first matchup in the season. And it crushed my Venusaur, I think.
I didn't do very well the first match against you, so that might have been my only thing that I could have held on to. Was it, at the very least, I had a weirdo tech that I used to get rid of Venusaur.
You did. It worked pretty well. But like dude, this was a real good season. This was when you started to like the next season you had is your championship season, right?
No,
No, that was
2 seasons.
5. 4 is Thomas's season. Yeah.
Oh god. Dude,
So
this is where you started to get that grind though. Dude, you are a terrific team builder and battler.
Well, one thing I always look to and try to hang my hat on is the fact that in all of my appearances, I either was the champion or lost to the eventual champion. So I can be like, yeah, I'm there. I'm good.
You did good. You did good, man. This was only your second season in the league after coming from a couple year long hiatus.
A couple years.
So
I didn't play Gen 5 or Gen 6 competitive at all. So there were little like I had to have Megamons explained to me, like, you want Mega Scizor, he's really good. I'm like, he looks kind of stupid. I don't know.
He does look stupid, though.
But this game will cement James in history as our Season 3 champion. And our historic plus record, plus 30 over 9 games or something. The most plus per game. I think he was averaging like 4.5 kills a game. Or 4.5 plus a game.
Yeah, it was wild. And you know what? I might be wrong. I think when I said James was 8-1, I think he might have been 7-2 actually. And just
I know I lost to Tyler.
So
I always lost
but still guy. Like plus 30, yeah, on I believe I'm gonna see 7 wins when I bring it up here. Yeah, he was 7-2 plus 30. To put it into perspective, again, I was also 7-2, and I was only plus 18. So
that's great. So this battle between you guys is kind of symbolic because, like, James, this is the last time you've been to finals, correct?
Yeah, I think that is. Yeah.
And Joe, this is your first final appearance of 3. So this is just like a symbolic handing of the baton, the torch.
Yeah, this is like when Magic Johnson met fucking Air Jordan.
Wow, yeah, there we go.
It's a good comparison. A little overhyped, but...
Well, I don't want to be Michael Jordan in this scenario because that implies that I'm the best of all time here, which I'm not that. Definitely.
And anyway, I took that personally. Magic Johnson. Yeah, Magic Johnson. But so this starts into Joe's next couple. He takes a year off while me and Thomas duke it out like the Rockets when Jordan retired. But this starts my couple years of pain and sadness. So
yeah, you got 2 big seasons that I'm going to revel in when we get to the season 5 eventually. I'm sure Thomas is going to give it to you as well. So I'm sorry that it's going to be.
I'm really dreading
the next 2 episodes, Manny.
Yeah, I'm really dreading doing these next 2 episodes. So I'm going to get absolutely grilled.
Dude, I remember for like the first 6 or 7 seasons, you only made it to the semifinal. Like if you didn't make it to you always made it to the semifinals. That's where you always made it.
Yeah, I think up until season 8, I want to say 7 or 8, Manny was always at least in top 4.
Yeah. Dude, you're crushing it.
Yeah, now I'm the old guy on the block, and I can't. I don't have it in me anymore.
We got things to do, all right?
Yeah, Shadowlands is coming out. It's just I got lots of prepping to do.
Dude, there's a whole mountain outside I'm looking at.
So, thank you everyone for joining us for episode 2, the season 3 finals. I hope you all tune in next time. I'm not going to say next week, but next time. I have to nail down when I'm going to interview Thomas here. But hope you all tune in next time to see me cry as we reenact the season 4 championship. Peace.